like they're very brave and they're very strong and they're fearless. So I kind of share that with them, you know. I mean, when I'd first come here to India to start my career, like I didn't know anyone. Like I didn't, you know.
Yeah, was that scary?
It was scary. It was like landing in Mumbai airport and you know having to catch a cab at like 3 in the morning and really not.
By yourself?
Yeah, by yourself, and really not.
Such a beautiful and amazing brand ambassador to have.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm very, very excited to be here today. Thank you, Sharad. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Lee, for having me here. Thank you, Purab. Oh my God, of course.
Pick me, pick me.
That goes without saying. Of course, I thank you. Yeah, but
we heard Sharad say about this whole search for the brand ambassador and the catalyst, as he called it, to launch this body optics in India.
Yeah.
But tell us about your connect with the brand and the fabulous jeans that you are wearing today.
Well, I mean, for me, it's, you know, first of all, Lee is a brand that I've grown up with. And, you know, I think growing up as well, we all love our denims. Denims is something that's synonymous with our childhood. And Lee is just, it's an iconic brand. It's something I've grown up with. And it's been very inspirational and aspirational for me. And when it came, you know, when Lee had decided on this union, I was so excited because I'm very picky when it comes to my brands. For me, it's about being authentic. It's about believing 100% in the brand that you're endorsing, and so that you can give 100%. So yeah, and when they came, I just felt it was the perfect fit. You know, Lee is all about adventure and staying curious and comfort, and that's I think what I'm all about as well. So. Yeah.
I mean, this is a question I'm posing to you, Jacqueline, but of course, Sharad, feel free to jump in. I mean, for me, and I think for lots of people here also, Lee predominantly is a man's brand. You know, you think of a cowboy rodeo sort of fellow in the poster, and here you have Jacqueline, you know, launching a very important product of yours. So,
I'll leave it to her first.
What do you feel about that?
What was that?
I'll leave it to you first.
Oh, well, well, I think that just goes to show how cool Lee as a brand is. The fact that, you know, we're living, it's 2017, we're modern, we're forward. It's not about gender anymore. I think like if you discriminate against gender right now, it's like, it's the most backward thing you could do. So it's not even a topic that's up for discussion. So, you know, I just think it's amazing that this became more about the personality. That they wanted to, you know, connect with, than it being based on gender. Because at the end of the day, that is the world that we're living in right now. And that's what we're trying, I think, that's the message that we're trying to send out. So,
Sharad, do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, sure. So, exactly what she said. So we are...
Jacqueline, in the center.
Okay,
In the front.
Yeah, so exactly what
Sorry,
she...
Sharad.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. I'm not used to this, so that's why.
we'll get you there, come on.
Yeah. So, when we went looking, you know, when the idea of a brand ambassador came to us, so we were absolutely gender agnostic when it comes to us. So, I'll give you one commercial reason. Of course, we have a significant share of our business that comes from women's wear. It's a growing category. But more importantly, we wanted somebody to connect with the brand ethos. So we believe, you know, she has the right activity, she has the right interest. So we look for an urban explorer. So I think her activities embody what an urban explorer should be like. So gender was really not even into consideration. And I'll tell you what, Jackie knows way more than some of my team members about our collections.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She knows about urban.
I've actually become a scientist.
Learning. Rapid fire round on that.
Yeah.
I better brush up.
I can bet you she knows. Do you know about Urban Riders? Do you know about Jade Fusion? These are all.
Of course.
These are all menswear products. So
Yes.
I mean, she's kind of. So she'll be our talking point when it comes to menswear as well. And I know that she'll do it very well.
I think she has like a sheet with like ticking off all the brands that are predominantly male brands. I'm going to take over. I'm going to take over. I'm going to take over.
Yeah. That was there.
No.
Yeah. That was there. I'm not going to talk about other brands now.
Watch out. I'm coming.
See, but you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I would add that when Sharad and the team told us about Jacqueline, they submitted no other names to the global team. We took one look at her beauty and style and her wonderful story coming to this country and really reinventing herself, and we loved it, and it was obvious, and so we are really honored
Thank you,
that
Steve.
you are here
Thank
with
you.
us
Oh.
and working with us at Lee.
Thank you so much.
So now you have media launch, you have a brand ambassador, you have the big boys of the brand here with us. I'm presuming you have a commercial also, a sort of campaign that you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
have shot and have it
Goes without saying.
goes without saying. So do you guys think you could unveil that for us today?
Let's do it.
Uh,
What do you think?
Sometime. But for now, I think we could be content with the making, right?
The making, yeah, sure, that's fine.
Yeah, that should be
Candidly
cool.
talking
Oh,
about
man, I wanna show
what to expect from the advert. All right, guys, so can we have that, Jackie?
Sure.
You're balancing your whole the way you balance your work life and your personal life. You know, I mean, a city like Mumbai, it's always very hectic.
For me, I just come from the idea that your work and your play can actually live cohesively together. So for me, it's not about like work and play, work or play. It's about work and play. So I mean, for example, just being here today, it's something that I actually enjoy. You know, for me, I can't even differentiate it as work. It's and yeah, there is a lot of like. There's a lot of hard like work that goes into things, you know, like that goes into like the job that you're doing into your career. But it has to be something that you eventually end up liking. Otherwise, I don't know. Like if honestly I had to differentiate, it would be I would probably leave no time for play.
No time
So
for
that's
play,
why my work has become my play. So
I think the jobs we have is there is, like as you mentioned, so much of play always in it. Like my brief for this afternoon's event was like, be happy, have fun. I was like, wow, that's
but that's exactly what it is. It's you know, and it's great that you can actually see that as it is, because that's what's important.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be things that are taken too seriously. I believe that you have to work for something. You have to work hard for something, but it's because you enjoy it. It's not, you know, it's not a race. It's not anything. It's because that's your life and that's how you want to spend it. You know, so.
But you know, like I was mentioning, and you mentioned earlier that it's a part of our jobs to be that happy and have fun, and that's what translates onto camera or whatever we do.
Right.
But given people who generally have regular jobs and go to regular places that they don't particularly enjoy, especially on a Monday morning, you know, when you've had a great weekend, an eventful weekend with lots of things hanging over on a Monday morning.
Listen, I love Mondays.
You love Mondays?
Yeah.
Who loves Mondays
I
here?
think the only blue you should have in your life are denims.
There's just two of you all who love
No
Mondays.
Monday
Oh,
blues.
three. There's three
You
Mondays.
like Mondays?
Monday lovers.
I love Mondays. there should never be. You guys don't discriminate against the days. Come on, poor guys.
No, I don't.
They're
even-
all.
You know, it's strange because I don't even have a Monday to Friday sort of job. But I love a Sunday because the energy of the world
energy
just
is
seems,
different.
yeah, it just seems
But-
different.
and
And on a
that's
Monday,
what-
that
that's-
nervousness starts
No,
setting
but
in, and I'm
that's
on
what
a
I
holiday.
love. That's what I love about Mondays, because Mondays for me is always about a fresh start. I'm like, wow, this is a new start of the week for me. This is what I can do. This is what I want to achieve in this week.
Goal setting day.
Yeah, it is. It's a goal setting day, and like everyone's like, I am very pumped up, and I'm like, okay, this is how the week's gonna be, and I think that's how it should. That it's a beginning, you know. So we should see
So,
it as
so
that.
all right, let's not talk about Mondays, but generally dealing with the blues. When you have a
Yeah.
tough day in the morning and you have to go for the shoot and you have to look pretty, which is not difficult for you, but
So the only
you still have to
blues in
feel
your
good.
life, and I'm going to repeat this again, but the only blues in your life should be denim. Lee jeans.
She's got it all pit pat.
See, what did I tell you? Don't mess with me.
So tell me something. Are you, should I say that today's youngsters, aka millennials, that's how you say it? Millennials have
yes.
this attitude too. Are you a millennial?
No, I'm not considered a millennial because that would make me born in the 2000s, in the noughties. So
Really, I thought it was more like closer to
the
the
90s?
mid 80s is what I may be wrong.
No, I think the millennials are more about the kids maybe born in the late 90s or in the noughties, the 2000s. But I do feel like one.
There's more an attitude more than actually when you've been born.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think that's what it is about right now. Like, success is not ageist, you know? So you've got to, but there's a lot that you can learn from different from different, genres, different people all over, different ages as well. I think that what the millennials also teach you is that you go out there and you make your own. You make it your own, So in any sense, before I think it was always basis on a certain type of career. You had to follow a certain type of career, and that gave you status. Or you had to have a certain type of name that gave you status. I think like right now, if you see the millennials, they're doing everything and anything, and it's more about, there's a term for like they're so passion driven, and they actually create that. That's their business. So I think it's amazing that they've become more and more active in that space.
I'm just reminding me of a conversation I was having with Steve backstage about his 16-year-old son, and 16 being
He's
millennial
millennial.
for sure. So tell me about a quality that you share with that. I mean, you say you're not born in that generation, but a quality that you share with that sort of attitude.
I think it's the attitude that you need nothing but yourself and your own determination to make whatever it is you want to become of yourself. So and I feel like they're very brave, and they're very strong, and they're fearless. So I kind of share that with them. I mean, when I'd first come here to India to start my career, like, I didn't know anyone. Like, I didn't,
Yeah, was that scary?
It was scary. Like landing in Mumbai airport and having to catch a cab at like 3 a.m. and really not.
By yourself?
Yeah, by yourself,
Wow.
and really not knowing, like, and these. You know how like a ton of them run up to you and they're like, madam, madam, madam. So I was just like, oh, okay, where am I going? And I was just like, please God, let him like drop me off to my location safely. But yeah, it was about kind of that fearless attitude and just wanting something, strong enough that you're willing to kind of go out there and
Reshape your world.
reshape your world, and make it an adventure and stuff like that. So that's what it was about, and yeah, so it's about, I guess, being fearless, being bold, being strong, believing in yourself, confidence.
And now many moons later, with all this success in your back pocket.
Yes, exactly. These amazing back pockets, which I think we need to speak about, Steve, because I think the world needs to know about the technology behind this.
27,000 of them.
You be quiet.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, Sharad just told me on stage.
Oh, yeah? Okay, fine.